So Octavia's been changed quite a bit in this update. Not enough for me to actually change the build, even though all of her cards are different. These are just way too good that there isn't really space to put the new ones, even though they are sort of decent. I'll put the changes on screen for you. Aside from that, they have changed a lot of stuff in her base kit. She's got a new talent, Paratrooper, and yeah, her weapon also got moved around a bit. Again, I'll put a lot of this on screen because I'm not really going to go through all the numbers, but essentially the weapon is more accurate, fires slower because apparently it was broken. They reduced the recoil and also the screen shake on it. Then the old version of this talent went into a base kit. I still think this new version of it is a little bit weird compared to display of Force Racer Metric. It feels a little bit weak. We'll see. I'll play with it today, of course, and yeah, they also reduced the cooldown distortion. They reduced the airspeed for enemies in it and also extra jump height for friendlies. And I think that's all of it. Let's just jump into game one, Ransom Octavia. I don't feel like I need to make this intro too long because you'll get the idea when you actually jump in and play a little bit with it, aside from a few things that I already pointed out. Alright, game one, Siege Warders Gate. We've got an IO, Andrew, Grover, and Ash. I can't remember which healer said they were going for damage, but I guess we'll go for Commander's cooldown here. Makes the most sense, and then the setup, of course, and the speed build. But we're versus Kinessa, Ceres, Azon, Koga, and Term. Kinessa scares me. Kinessa with the changes. It might be a little bit too crazy. I've seen her do well a lot recently. Fortress Breaker, Sacrifice, Wisps, Godslayer, Undying, Bullet Time, Tempering, Socolate, and Crystalline. I really just do not enjoy going against Kinessa, who's playing well most of the time. Don't really know where I want to go, but we'll hover in the area a bit. Damage versus Kinessa is not going to work out. I can already tell the recoil is different though. I really didn't think I'd pick up on it on like the first fight, but man, it feels like it's melting people. The fire on the hipfire, definitely slower. They said it was broken. Recoil is definitely just massively better. I would consider this overall a buff for Octavia, even though technically I think I might have called out Kinessa in this video already. Some of it can be viewed as a nerf for sure, but the recoil change is enough for me to consider this a huge buff. Just feel-wise, like quality of life, is a massively better. The fire rate on the hipfire, kind of sad to see. Team went back and forth a ton on that one, but yeah, the weapon, especially at these sort of ranges, feels like massively better. Even up close, just hitting people is substantially better with the weapon change. So even if everything else was worse, this change alone is really nice to see. The hipfire feels way weaker. Just from the correction on it. We'll drop the Q here and you can sort of see the jump height on that. You can bounce around like crazy on Octavia. I haven't seen a single Octavia, I don't think, since this change, and being able to throw the Q down, jump around and fire people, like track them like that is crazy. You also have bonus damage in the air. Do kind of have the old version of the talent built in, so it's sort of hard for me to complain, but this sort of thing of like staying in here and jumping around makes it really hard to predict where she's in. Like the little bubble, if that makes any sort of sense. My aim has been really bad and my timing on it's also been terrible, but I just feel like I can actually hit people like reliably. Don't really know what I'm doing, just trying my best to not die, but I'm playing like ass, dead to the Kinessa. I'm surprisingly enjoying my time with Octavia, which doesn't usually happen when I pick her up. I feel like I'm usually trying to fight her character, and right now it's actually all sort of working. We'll go for the ultimate, bit of an angle so they can't super predict it. Term, shot on him, couple. Aim shake on that is still crazy, but that makes sense for it to be like that. We'll jump in, shots on him. We hit loads of people with that. I don't know how many, but I feel like I hit like the entire team with that ultimate. Surprisingly good angle on it. We'll jump and get weird hover. Sure, the hover is only going to give you the bonus damage if you hover from the F though, which is worth pointing out. I don't know what I'm doing. You also just get it as you're falling. They do say in the leap, and you're technically in the leap, you're just not hovering, and I didn't think it would work like that. Hop up with the F, get rid of the Kinessa, drop the little thing from the F down, which might help a tiny bit. I think I am dead here though. Get rid of the Koga maybe. I feel like I've done fine even though I haven't carried in damage for sure. IOA thing is actually going for damage. Grover's doing like a speed buff thing, which I haven't really noticed that much, but it has helped occasionally. Andrew with Cortez is a little bit weird. Pop the F here early into round 2, see if we can save. I don't want it to be like a 0-4. Some long range shots at Kinessa is just scary. Don't really know what's going on in the chat, but hip firing feels kind of pointless, to be honest, when I can just scope in and try and get it to work like jankily. That's a word like that, because yeah, hitting for 350 instead of like 200 in nearly the same fire rate is just rough. Scoping, get rid of the Koga maybe. Actually worked. Don't really know the weak thinkers on the team. I feel like it might be me. The aim shake is crazy. We didn't get anybody with that. All that kind of sucks. We'll just get some shots on the Azan. Level the collision on that. It's my favorite. I think we are dead. Maybe we can take out the Kinessa or Semin. Do kind of wish I could hit my shots. There goes the two of them. Nice. Hello, Term. Like that hip fire just feels really bad up close. I feel like I should just do this instead. Even though they literally made it more accurate, they reduced the fire enough that it just feels really slow. The damage on it also isn't great. Little jump just for a little bit of a heal. Andrew tried to ult in front of a Kinessa on no health. We'll throw the Q down. That's an Ash ult. Get rid of the Kinessa. Nearly. Well, it kind of worked. We'll go for the ultimate. Funny angle. Catch a few of them in there. But yeah, just my damage on Octavia right now feels so low versus the tanks. Like I am a damage character, right? And I'm hitting for like, the hip fire is like under 200. The weapon is like also sub 300 when he's got the damage reduction like 275. It's not bad, but, and there you go. There is the defeat. We'll quickly move over to a game 2 because that was all over the place. Very weird and messy game. I did kind of get to test out some stuff with Octavia there though, so it was still worth 85k. I'm happy with that. The team overall, yeah, did fine. I had a bit of a hard time wherever did kind of too, but nobody did a bad job there. Shouts out to the Kinessa who put in work. Ceres there too. Double tank, kind of cheesy. We'll re-queue. Second one. I won't report anybody for that for sure. The build worked fine, but I do wish her cards were a little bit better. They're not bad. Like the speed card is strong, the health is strong, the scope speed and damage reduction, ammo. The idea for the cards are mostly fine. They just don't particularly together feel like you're actually making that strong of a build. I guess she's meant to be the commander character. The cards don't really play into it though. We'll just jump into game 2. Siege, Stone Keep. We've got a Fernando, Kazumi, Cassie, and Corvus versus Anara, Victor, Koga, Ray, and Sky. Kind of wanted to do asymmetric, but we'll do the same thing for the sake of the video. Paratrooper, and then yeah, the same build. We've got Scorch, Spreading, Empowered, Exaction. We've got a pretty decent team here. Focus, Debilitate, Bullet Time, and Shrapnel. A lot of damage reduction I feel like on their side, and possibly just stuff that's going to be kind of annoying. We'll see. We're going to jump up here early with the F. A bit of a weird angle. There's definitely some weird like momentum stuff that happens with the F still, which I've thought they fixed. We'll just go ahead, try and clear this, but the damage reduction on it is insane with Anara's thing. Try and get rid of this Victor. Sure, I feel like we can out damage him when we got the 10%, right? I think. Actually not sure. I got the hover there again somehow with like the weird jump. Is it enough to get it with this? No, why did I get it there then? I don't know how I get it to trigger sometimes. Sometimes it just feels like it triggers with the jump. Go up here, try and help out with a team that Anara's on nothing. There goes the Koga. The aim change is honestly the biggest one. Really is being carried by the aim shake being removed. I feel like without that change, I'd have very different opinions with this. Just the fact that I can actually like scope and track people and shoot people way better than I could before makes the weapon feel much better than it did. Even though, again, the weapon is the same strength as before, you can just actually use it correctly. Shots on the Victor, he's gone. Damage at range is actually surprisingly decent. We're going to jump up here with the F, get a couple little glide shots on the Victor. Yep, she's also there. You can get some funny angles with it. The hover time actually surprisingly is kind of nice. I didn't realize how short it was normally, but when you've got the time for 4 seconds, you can actually get some angles and hold them for longer than people expect you to be there. Going around that way because I could see his shadow on the floor. We'll jump over. He's going for the ultimate. Finish him off. Nice actual counterplay there. Do I go for my ult here? Yeah, sure. Strange angle for it. Maybe we'll catch him. I think she jumped down, right? What am I doing? I don't know. Try and shoot down the Koga. I feel like I'm just dueling people and staring them down, but I am shooting my shots. You just can't actually see it because of the camera shake being gone. Looks like I'm just staring at them and doing nothing, but I am hitting the damage on them, I think, most of the time. Am I going to get victinated here? Or are we fine? Jump over. I had the button ready in case we needed a cheeky angle. Nope. There we go. Finish him off. Headshots with Octavia feel a little bit more difficult, but I can actually use the weapon now. I've got to say that change alone, alongside some of the other stuff, she's much, much better. Where even was the Anara? I guess she was back at spawn, or the Koga. Strange. Anyway, more on-planing, more nimble. I feel like I'm showing it off. It just isn't that exciting when you actually play. Even though I'm shredding it, we're going 12-0. It's just that Octavia, like I said in the Tillers video, even if she was massively tweaked and reworked to be way more my sort of champ, I don't think unless they really changed her character massively, she would be anything above like a B+ or an A. I am having fun though, to be honest with you. I'm not going to complain. We'll just pop here in the F and get some shots. The 10% damage, I think, does actually make a difference in a lot of these duels when you're hitting somebody at certain ranges. I feel like I can actually deal more damage than a lot of people were trying to like fire back at. Don't know how much of that are the supports on our side doing work, but I feel like your damage actually at range is way better than most. Just a bit of a different idea of a damage than like a lot of other ones where it's very, very spammy. We'll hover up here with the F, get some damage on the Anara. She's gone. Throw the Q down there, actually pretty good spot for it, to be honest. Get some shots on the Victor, he's going for the ult. Don't really want to tank that for freeze firing on the Cassie anyway. Shots on the Ray, who's been playing kind of weird in this one. That's a Sky ult. Can we get away with the F? We can. Koga went in there for it too. We'll stand in this little F thing, just absorb the Koga ult, dance in the corner a bit with the jump height. Yeah, I don't know how much it's really slowing them. I haven't really picked up on that, but being able to jump around is kind of nice, just to give you a bit more movement with Octavia, which she didn't really have before. We did get it to 96%. I've got to give props to the Corvus and the Fernando specifically, and Cassie has also been going kind of massive. These guys have been putting in work. Koga's going. He doesn't have his ultimate because obviously he used it a second ago. Shots on her. We'll go for the jump in the air. You can reload while that's actually happening, which I didn't realize you could do. Aim was ass there, but she is still gone. Kazumi ulted. That was a really bad play from me, but the team's got it covered. Props to these guys again. They're kind of shredding here. Just have to shift how you're playing quite a bit to not have the sort of aggressive, damage mind and go into the sort of more, I guess, defensive again, commanding position. I feel like that really is the way they want you to play, is sort of as a commander, and not just like rushing and playing really stupid the entire time, which is kind of how I want to play my damages and pretty much everybody in the game. Shots on the Koga. Can we kill him here? Yeah, actually not doing too bad output-wise. Compared to normal with Octavia, I'm doing much, much better, unless I just stand there and soak up damage by like 10 people. Do we go for the ultimate here, just to push him back? Yeah, sure, maybe peek again, try and clear them. She's very, very low. She's going for the solo ult. Hello, Anara, you're behind me. Didn't even know how she got up there. We'll hover a little bit, threw them off a little bit. The hover there was actually kind of nice. We hovered there for ages. The 4 seconds I didn't think I'd pick up on. Don't know why I got the jump height then enough for me to hover. Strange. Am I dared to try and peek a little bit? Corvus heals here have been ridiculous. Victor ult will jump over. Anara dropping down. Shots on her here. Corvus again with the numbers. In the queue. And just try and juke a little bit. I don't know how he was tracking me there. I guess he can see me for like the second when he hits me with the damage, but jump over this way. Corvus is actually on his own. I thought there were people on him for some reason. Koga's going in. Hello, Victor. A couple little shots. Decent headshot mixed in. Hello, Sky. I'm dead. Don't think anybody noticed the Sky was behind. She's got like 3 people with the ultimate. I don't think we're going to be able to hold this, but see if we can jump on it. I'll try. They got the point. I feel like it is going to be a 4-1 here because the team did save ultimates. I've got mine as well. Am I dead? I guess she's not going to go on me for some reason. I put the ultimate at a strange angle. We might catch somebody because of that. Kazumi's low health. The Ray is on nothing. In a strange spot. So is everybody on the team. I'm dead to the Anara who's chasing me down still. Don't know how that worked out the way it did, but Kazumi got rid of the Sky, Fernando got rid of the Ray. I'm going to throw that forward. I think it's going to matter, but she is really low. We're going to jump up here with the F. Kazumi ulted. Shots on the Fernando. Not a Fernando, that's a Victor. We actually managed to clear him. Somehow, that was an insane kill. Koga's gone. Nice. Kazumi here, I feel like, has actually been putting justice into the character that is usually known as a little bit cheesy. That was a very strange way to say what I meant, but yeah, you can actually jump out of the queue now to get the extra jump thing. I never even thought about the fact that you can use the queue jump height to get the trigger for your right click with this talent. That's really cool. I don't know why it took me this far into the video to actually realize that that is a way that I've been getting it, I think, is throwing it like this, jumping, and then hovering like this. It's actually kind of cool. You don't get the bonus damage, but I think I'm dead here to the Sky Ultimate. My game just lagged like crazy. Jump over this side, shots on him, kind of holding him away a little bit. I think we've got it there, 4-1 here. The team again. Putting numbers in this one. We deserve the win for sure. Fernando his ultimate there again. A surprisingly good set of matches with Octavia. I had fun today, which isn't usually the case. I usually feel like I'm fighting a character like I said earlier, and this time would have actually put her like in a B from that experience. Not A tier, but high B actually. 14-7, 72k. I feel like she's significantly better. Honestly, definitely go out and give her a go. Kazumi shredded. So the Corvus, his heals were insane. A big reason why we did so well there. Definitely a game winner there for sure. Fernando did really well. Cassie did all right. Victor surprisingly wasn't too much of a problem. We dealt with him quite well, and I was the one giving me the most trouble alongside the Sky occasionally. Bit of a weird matchup on their side, but it all worked out to show off Octavia, and that's probably the best video I've had with her, maybe ever, other than like when she was first out, if I had to guess. That's where I'm going to cut it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I'd love to hear your thoughts, of course, down in the comments. I'll see you guys all very, very soon. I really do appreciate you, and as always, stay frosty.